Before I start, I just want to say the light is a little wild. It doesn't seem to want to commit to anything. So I apologize. I tried to get it set up the best I could, but the sun wants to hide behind the clouds, but then like also peek out full force. So it's just going to be what it is. Okay. My name's Kelly, and welcome back, or welcome to Gosh Yarn It. This is a podcast or a vlogcast or whatever, where I talk about knitting and yarn. I am a knitwear designer and a mom to two crazy girls who are with Ryan right now, my husband, at the pool. So yay for me. Today's episode, so I have in the past talked about different US yarn companies that are sheep to skein in the US. You can check those videos out. I will link them. But today it's just gonna be a normal run through of what I am working on, and I would love to take you along. What am I wearing? No knitwear, sorry. I am wearing a pair of purchase shorts. What was the company? No, they had their own mill, which was kind of cool. A family run mill. But when I got the shorts, they were a little too big on me, and so I took them in a very haphazard fashion. I just hand stitched it here and created like two darts. So I guess if that counts as, oh gosh, gonna me made, then there you go. Otherwise, I guess like, let's just jump in. Right now I am deep into my the testing phase of my Bitterroot Pullover, and it's going really well. It's going really well. Everyone really likes the fit of it, which is fantastic. And yeah, there's been like a couple things where I forgot to fill in a color on a chart, and I fixed that really quick. But other than that, there's been no issues. Knock on wood. I feel like it's too dark for me to lean back all the way. So I'm going to show you where I'm at with that sweater, which, spoiler, I'm like finished with the sweater, but I'm also going to talk to you about a couple other projects I've got on, one pattern that I'm working on in the future, and some kind of ideas. So shall we jump in? All right, let's start with my Bitterroot sweater. So I haven't weaved in any of the ends. There's a reason for it. Actually, excuse me, I have weaved in the ends. Let's see. Oh yeah, baby. I've weaved in the ends. Look at that. Me surprising myself. I haven't around the edges because I wasn't sure whether I was gonna add, here, well, why don't I'm gonna put it on for you, okay? Okay. Oop, sun's coming out. This is a good time to step back and show you the sweater. Okay. So, hope you can see me. Here she is. She's beautiful. So, I bound off on this once and it was too loose. I bound off on it a second time, and it's just like, it's not too tight, but it's just like a little bit too tight for me. Like it's totally workable, you know, it's fine. But I'm like, ooh, I don't know. So I am going to take that one out and bind it off again. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to add some length to the cuff, but I don't think I do. I really like when a sweater hits me like right at the wrist, because then I don't have to like pull it up out of the way. So that's that. But then the main thing that I have left to do is the neckline. I did this neckline and then realized I needed to adjust the numbers a little bit, and I hope you can still hear me. I'm not using my earbuds today because I'm actually filming on an actual camera, not on my phone. But I need to undo the neckline and do it again. So when I first did it, I don't know if you can see, but I did a crochet. Here, why don't I pop this off and show you. I did a crochet pickup. It was my first time doing that. If any of you have done it, holler in the comments. But, okay, I don't know if you can see like that kind of ridge right there. That was my crochet pickup. And then I switched over, I did that into the main color, and then I switched over into the contrasting color. And in the test, people are doing like a mix of like contrasting color and main color for the collar, and they both look so fun. But anyway, I gotta change the pickup numbers. I changed them in the pattern. They seem to be working great for everyone, and so I need to do that with mine because it's just fitting a little bit looser than I want it to. And also, I don't know if I'm gonna do the crochet pickup. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I've got going on this. And it's been that way for a while now, and I just haven't picked it up. Honestly, after I got the pattern all done and my sample basically done, my brain was like a little fried. And not from knitting it. The knitting of it, oh, there goes the light again. Bye, light. The knitting of it is so fun. I really enjoyed that. It is all in the round, by the way. The color work is all in the round. But like I have mentioned in previous videos, everything is charted. So the increase for the raglans for every size is different so that you can get a good fit for every body. And they're all charted, which means that I made like over 50 charts because there's 9 sizes. So it makes for a very, from what I'm hearing, a very enjoyable seamless knit. But my brain was basically the equivalent of a fart sound after that. And I don't know, for those of you who have been around for a little while, so this is another project. I was knitting on Andrew Mowry's Jonty shawl. And the last time I talked about it, I was like, I don't want to knit on this anymore for right now. It's a great pattern. I really enjoy it. It was going into summer and I was just like, I don't know, I put it away. Which is honestly the first time I've really done that with a whip. I usually really like to finish my whips. But I let it just be what it was and I rested it. And wow, after creating the Bitterroot pattern, this was the perfect thing to return to. It is so rhythmic and simple, and it's a half fisherman's rib, and oh gosh, it's long now, so like, but look at that texture. It's squishy, but really it's so easy to knit. And the way that I have been keeping track, so there's like I don't want to talk about the pattern, but you have to like keep track of a couple of rows before you like do an increase. And all I've been doing is putting a stitch marker where after an increase, and or on this case now I'm on the decreases, and then I will add to the stitch marker, and that's how I'm counting my rows basically. It's just with the stitch markers, and it's been working great. And that way when I put it down, I know exactly where I am when I'm picking up and what I need to do. And so it's like a little bit more interesting than plain stockinette, right? But really still a little bit mindless for me. And she's come a long way. I know it's supposed to grow quite a bit. This is my first, I've done full fisherman's rib in a hat. And this is my first half fisherman's rib. I know that it's supposed to grow a lot, so I was like really not sure where I wanted to turn around, you know, like start decreasing. But I feel pretty good about where I did. I had a lot of yarn. This is, I don't remember the color, but it's Green Mountain Spinnery Lana, which is, I mean, one of my favorite yarns. It's such a good yarn. Sheep to Skein, US. It's a Green Mountain Spinnery is a wonderful mill in Vermont that has been around for a minute, since the 70s, I think. So that's one of my projects. I gotta check on my camera because my camera only films in 15-minute increments. I have no idea why. Okay, so that's my Jonty shawl that I am very much enjoying knitting on. Yeah, I think I covered everything in that. Jonty shawl, Andrew Mowry. Super fun knit, but also relaxing. Green Mountain Spinnery, Lana. Got it. Okay. The thing I am working on, the like pattern I'm working on right now is a sock pack. And here is the first sock in the sock pack. I am working with a natural yarn. It's a yarn from Jill Draper called Barstow, and it's a 4-ply. Oh, what is the? Oh, I can't remember the sheep, but it's from one sheep breed. Anyway, it's a 4-ply, and I am knitting it at a very tight gauge so that they are hardy socks. But anyway, yeah, I'm just working through, I'm gonna make a sock pack, so I'm quilty kind of inspired. So this is the first one. I feel okay about it. Like, I feel like it's cute. I don't know that it had like the impact that I was looking for, so I'm excited to play with my next design for this sock pack. What I'm really excited about though is I tried a forethought heel for the first time, and you know, people have opinions on socks, right? People have opinions on heels of socks, like big opinions, major opinions. Well, you know what? Let me throw my hat in the ring, okay? Because before now, my heel that I had been doing was the heel flap and gusset, which is the classic, and I'm converted. I did a forethought heel, which is basically the same thing as an afterthought heel, except that you knit in, with a forethought heel, you knit in a contrasting color of yarn just across the back row where the, you know, heel will be inserted. And then you pick up your main color again and you keep knitting. So you basically just like knit the sock in a tube and then finish off with the toe, and then you come back and you finish off the heel. Since I am designing this, I wanted to make sure, and it was my first time doing a forethought or afterthought heel, I just wanted to make sure I had the placement correct for my foot. And that I was gonna like it. I don't know, I was just trying it out. So I picked up and put these stitches on hold, which was actually fun. I used my great grandma's double pointed needles to put them on hold, which was kind of fun. And then I picked up stitches for the heel, and did the heel, and I am in love. I am in love with this heel. One, it fits so well. I feel like people's argument for, and like, weigh in, people, weigh in, okay? I want to hear your opinions, but I feel like people's arguments for a heel flap and gusset is that it is very customizable. So if you have a high arch, you knit that heel flap longer. Well, same, okay? Same. You let me know what you guys think, but if you have a high arch, you basically need more room between the back of your heel and the top of your, like where your foot starts. Try to explain it. Like, if this is your foot, this area right here. And basically what you would do is just keep knitting that, I've got my, here. Keep knitting that heel, like keep decreasing, keep going until it fits you well. That's it. That's it. Or if you have, a flatter foot, then you don't do as many decreases. Or maybe instead of like doing one round knit, one round decrease, you just decrease more heavily or you decrease more slowly. Like, this is customizable, friends. I am in love because then you just knit through. It makes socks so uncomplicated. And not that, like, I've knit many socks. I don't feel intimidated by socks at all. But I love when we can make something simple. And the way that you knit an afterthought heel is just the same way as you knit a toe. There's no like picking up there's no like creating a gusset. There's no short rows. There's no nothing. And it fits so well. And if it starts wearing out, it's so easy to take out. You just take the heel out and you reknit it in like 20 minutes, friends. Okay, maybe but you get what I'm saying. In a sitting, you can reknit that heel and save your sock. I don't want to I don't want to knit a heel any other way. I said it. Anyway, you can tell I'm very excited. I talked to my husband about it all morning and he was gracious and humored me. But I feel like you guys get it. I feel like you guys get it more than he does. No matter how much he tries. But I would love, put your sock thoughts in the comments below, please. Because when I'm thinking about making this pattern, I was gonna offer an afterthought heel or a forethought heel. And so the only difference between an afterthought and a forethought heel is with the forethought heel, you knit in the contrasting color of yarn so that, or just scrap yarn, so that you don't have to cut your yarn. Afterthought heel, you do the same thing, except you cut a little piece of yarn in the middle, you like pick up stitches on both sides, cut the yarn in the middle, and then you pick that out until there's an opening and you knit. So that's the only difference between the two. Do you like them? Oh, what was I saying? I'm sorry. I was gonna include the afterthought heel and a heel flap and gusset option, which I am still thinking about doing, but I'm so excited about this heel that I'm like, I just want to convert you all to it. So put your thoughts in the comment. What do you like? Why do you like it? Have you tried an afterthought or forethought heel? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know. And I really do want to hear your thoughts on it. But anyway, that's the start of a fun little sock pack with Jill Draper yarn. And it is, again, like I said, a natural yarn, which simply means that it does not have any nylon in it. It is also not a superwash yarn, and so I'm really trying to design the sock so that one, that yarn has been created to be a durable yarn. You know, she was thinking about creating socks when she created this yarn, or had this yarn created. But also I'm thinking about that when I'm designing the socks and truly trying to create a durable sock without the need for nylon. So that's that. That's all I gotta say about that. Those are all my only projects that are on the needles-ish. I guess my sweater is not on the needles, but it's gonna be. Here's the contrasting color of that. They're so pretty together. What else do I want to talk to you about? A little sneaky peek of some yarn that I'm going to make gloves out of from Green Mountain Spinnery. Isn't that so pretty? Pretty. And luscious. This yarn. It's, yeah. I want to make a hat and mittens, but like design them, but I'm not going to give you too much information on that. And then I had something really exciting happen, and one of my friends, her brother lives in Norway, and she was recently in Norway to visit him, and she sent me a box full of yarn. Look at all this yarn. Look at this mohair. It's all Sandnes yarn. So let me show you a little bit what she got me. Okay, so she got me tin pure gint and tin silk mohair to pair together. She picked out a pattern, I'm sure just so she could figure out how much, she's not a knitter, so just to figure out how much yarn to get, and she asked the person at the yarn store and all that, but you know I'm gonna make something out of that. I'm gonna design something out of this. So the base color would be this white, that's what I have the most of, but isn't this so pretty together? She's got good taste. And then, so that's the majority of the yarn, but then she also sent me Mandarin Petite, which is, I think it's 100% cotton yarn. And I am gonna design a tank top out of this. I have a tank top that I hate the fabric that it's made out of. I hate, it's like some kind of viscose-y fabric, and I hate it. But I do really like the style of it, and yeah, that won't come out until next year, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. But I am going to use this. I think this is a really kind of grayish, dusty blue kind of color. And the tank top's going to kind of be like in between, like a basic. It's going to be like a basic tank top, but like with a little bit of fun. You know what I mean? No color work in that one, because color work with cotton is, I'm sure there are people out there who enjoy it, but I'm not the one. I am not the one. So yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got to talk about. I would love to know what you guys are working on and what you are looking forward to working on. We're getting close, at least in the northern hemisphere. We are like, especially in the northern part of the northern hemisphere, we are getting close to fall, and I'm ready for it. I am so ready for it. So yeah, Tell me what you're knitting on, and I will check in with you next time.